So our group is based in San Antonio, Bexar County area, and we have about somewhere around 16,000 members on our Facebook group. We started our Facebook group when a whole bunch of parents were unable to gain access to their children with judicial orders. Some of the times we go through these things called divorce, and when you go through a divorce, you're rendered child custody orders and child support orders, and they're all on the same piece of paper, but it seems like only the child support section is enforceable. So a lot of parents, and this isn't a dad's rights movement, this is a parental movement and a child's movement. A lot of these parents were unable to gain access to their children. Either a mother or a father would take the child and keep the child from the other parent. And when that happens, it's emotional and mentally damaging to that child. The child is going to suffer emotionally and mentally from that. Now, I'm going to share some statistics that I have gained from the Texas Attorney General's office. And this is why we have this rally, is to educate everybody that's here on equal and shared parenting and how beneficial it is to the child. We understand that sometimes these parents don't know how to act when they have a divorce, and they want to hurt the other parent, and they use the child as a weapon. And so our group, all we do is we advocate that both parents follow the judicial order as the order has been rendered. Now, we know in Texas, 91% of non-custodial parents in Texas, 91% of non-custodial parents are of men. But again, this isn't a father's rights movement. I have plenty of women in our group that are going through the same thing. Plenty of women in our group that the father is the deadbeat, where he takes the child from the mother and the child doesn't have access to mom. It goes both ways. So dads make a big difference. But again, we're not going to go on this father's rights movement. What we're going to do is we're going to include moms in it as well, because moms are equally as important as fathers. 80% children with a mother and a father involved in their lives are 80% less likely to spend time in jail. 80%. Children that have a mother and a father are 75% less likely to have a teen birth. That's boys and girls. Children with mothers and fathers involved are 60% less likely to be suspended or expelled from school. Now here's the big one. 90% of runaways come from fatherless homes. A third of that 90% are at high risk to be sexually trafficked here in the state of Texas. So it benefits the child to have a mother and a father involved. In my experience, I have a 14-year-old daughter I don't have access to. This is why I'm here. I traveled from San Antonio. I live and I breathe this stuff just like some of the other parents that are here trying to educate. Is because I don't know what my daughter's doing on TikTok or Snapchat, because they've kept her away from me. So can something possibly happen? Yes. A daughter needs her dad just like, she needs her mom. But some parents, they go to the extreme where they want to hurt the other parent so much that they keep the other child from the parent. If you have custody orders the way things are right now, they're unenforceable. When you call police, they're going to tell you it's a civil matter, and that you need to go hire an attorney to enforce these orders. Then you go and hire an attorney, and these judges don't do anything. We're not here to make parents felons. We're not here to put mom in jail. We're not here to put dad in jail. What happens with these court orders is that parent puts themselves in jail because they don't know how to abide by the judicial order that was rendered in the best interest of the child. Our group, Texas 25, Interference Texas Team 2503, Interference with Child Custody. You can find us on Facebook. We have a public group and we have a private page. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok. And we educate parents on how to get felony criminal charges on the other parent. Again, we're not here to make parents felons. But when parents don't abide by the judicial order, they're ultimately hurting that child. So we educate law enforcement, we educate district attorneys on the law. It sounds kind of funny, but our group has been able to get 2 pieces of legislation to the floor this year, and because of ERCOT, it failed. But we've only been in existence for 3 years and we've moved this mountain. This law has been on the books since 1976, and nobody has tackled it until Texas Team 2503 is. And hopefully, our goal is that in the next year or 2, the state of Texas will start enforcing these judicial orders so that your son or daughter may have access to both children as the judge is rendered in the best interest. Other than that, if y'all have any questions, I'll be around for about another 30 minutes before I hit to San Antonio. Feel free, I can give you some cards, I can give you some information. If you have a loved one, if you have a cousin, brother, sister, auntie, uncle, friend that is having problems seeing their children, feel free to turn them on to our page. All of our services are free. We don't charge. We try to educate, and all we ask for is that you share it with somebody else. So I appreciate your time, and thanks for coming out. We had a great time today.